Muy buenas, creativos de carteras de YouTube. Bienvenidos a este nuevo video de Kotor 2. En la parte anterior hemos entrado a Dantooine. Estamos en el... no sé si decirle ciudad o palacio de Kunda. Que bueno, planean hacerlo como un lugar gubernamental o algo así, entendí. Por más que sea chiquito. Entramos acá. Estuvimos en las afueras del antiguo enclave Jedi que atacó a Darth Malak, que está todo hecho mierda. Después nos venimos por acá, nos encomendaron algunas misioncitas. A ver. Me gustaría ir con Mira. Me está preocupando mucho que me sigan dando sales láser doble. Yo quiero que me den normales. Doble ya no quiero más, boludo, en serio. Cierto que nos dieron una tarjeta de acceso para poder entrar por algunas puertas. Esta no. ¿What? No me habían dado una. No me habían dado una, boludo. ¿Esto de qué era? Juraría que me habían dado una tarjeta de acceso. Rarísimo. Qué sé yo. O capaz que era otra cosa, no sé. Me lo habré confundido. Bueno, en fin. Vamos a... Ah, no, claro. No, qué pelotudo. Pensé que me había dado permiso para ir a distintas zonas de donde estoy yo. No, es para ir al enclave. A las ruinas del enclave. Bueno, es a donde tenemos que ir. Recuerda que estamos en Dantooine para buscar al maestro Brook. Uno de los 3 maestros Jedi que estuvo en el enclave cuando jugamos como Revan. O Josecito, la buena persona. Que estuvo con Mandar y el otro que no me acuerdo cómo se llama. Era un Twi'lek rojo. Y Mandar era el de la especie de Yoda. De la raza de Yoda. Sí, vamos por acá. Dale. ¿Hay nada más que ver acá? Creo que no. Nos matamos a todos los Kinroth que hay acá. Nos matamos a todos. Ahí está. Ah, sí, los mercenarios. Dopak.
Jaren knew the risks. He wouldn't do anything different if he was in our situation.
Cierto, esa chabona me lo encontré en la entrada del enclave. Que había salido de los subterráneos. En la parte subterránea del enclave. Había visto a alguien más acá. Esto. ¿Quién es Dopak? ¿Vos? Sí. A ver. ¿Sabes algo de un ladrón?
I know about the thief. The amount of noise the settlers have made over that thief, you'd think he stole their whole planet. Before you ask, I have no idea who the thief is. It's not one of us. If we wanted something that bad, we'd just take it.
Tengo mensajes de ti para ti de Serron. Es buena idea dar ese mensaje. Oh.
I don't suppose. What does the militia have to say to us? Any of our men get into trouble?
Dice adelante, el mensaje es solo para ti. ¿Sabes de qué va esto? Cerro no me dijo nada.
If he didn't tell you, I won't either. Could you just tell me what he said?
Dice adelante.
I think that Zeron is 3 cards short of a Pazak deck. You can tell him you've delivered your message. Thanks. Now get out of here.
Cierto que también había una misión de descubrir un ladrón que nos estaban robando a escondidas a no sé quién y no sé qué mierda. Voy a preguntarle a los demás que vi recientemente, antes de ir al enclave.
What? Who is that? Oh, it's you. You go down into the sub-levels yet? Or did you suddenly develop some sense?
¿Has oído algo acerca de un ladrón de por aquí?
Don't tell me that flaming Solru sent you. I went over all this with Zeron. We've been hit by the flaming thief more than he has. Every other night it seems we find something missing. And it's not like we have much. We keep asking Zeron to help us, but he sends us nobody. So the thief keeps coming from the ruins or whatever hole he lives in and taking what's ours. If we ever catch him, we'll take our time killing him.
¿Sabes quién es el ladrón? No. ¿Quién crees que es quién es el ladrón? ¿Por qué no has intentado decirle a Zulru? ¿El ladrón viene de las ruinas?
The only guess I've heard is it's a mercenary that's been kicked out. Most of them leave us alone. They focus most of their attention on the settlers. But we really don't know.
¿Por qué no intentado decirle a Zulru?
I hear he's planning to shoot anybody that goes on his farm. I'm just glad we're not the only people suffering. Maybe if he moans enough, the militia will do something. That's our best guess. Sneaky as sin, but Raylon caught a glance of him that way. We keep hoping the Lagrex finish the thief off, but that would be far too easy for us. If you haven't met Raylon, though, he's not reliable. He's in the camp if you want to talk to him about the thief.
Voy a las ruinas, vengo desde muy lejos.
If you must. If you can do something about the thief, do it and get out of here. There's nothing for you here anyway.
Los recuperadores tienen el mismo problema que Zulru. Robos aleatorios de pequeños objetos. No creen que sea alguien de los suyos. Darala piensa que el ladrón podría vivir en las ruinas del enclave.
Ah, the traveler has returned. I hope the Dantooine is providing suitable distraction and entertainment for you. So, what should we talk about?
¿Sabes algo de un ladrón?
You should talk to Dorala. I told her everything I know. I think I saw the thief by the ruins of the Enclave. I believe that the thief has to be living in the sub-level, because every place else has been visited many times by the salvagers. I didn't get a clear look at the thief. It was dark, and the ruins provide many hiding places.
Jaren knew the risks. He wouldn't do anything different if he was in our situation.
Bueno, quiero volver al enclave a decirle a hacernos el mensajito. Tan grande era la hitbox del árbol, what the fuck. O les pregunto lo de afuera, no sé. A ver qué opinan.
You'll find little welcome here, Jedi. I will tell no one I've seen you, but please leave and don't cause any trouble.
Bueno. ¿A qué? Claro.
Any luck on getting my modulator back from Joran? I don't think anyone here will be able to help me. What do you want to know? If you're really gonna help me, I'll tell you anything you want to know about it.
Va a hacer falta algo más que unos cuantos trofeos de guerra polvorientos para comprarme ayuda.
My farm.
The salvagers have been hit by this... Los
Los
recuperadores también fueron robados por el ladrón. Qué típico.
I hope that you haven't run into his... What have you learned, Jedi?
Solo me ha dicho que le transmita el mensaje adelante a Dopak.
Forgive me if...
Ah, cierto. Cierto que era una prueba física, ¿no? ¿Vos?
Hello there. I'm not the one. All right.
A ver. ¿Qué hacer otras preguntas? Me va a forzar a ser de ayuda en cualquier momento, en cualquiera de esas soldada. Oh. Bonita chatarra, ¿la usas con todos? Resoreta. Resorete. Oh. ¿Cuánto llevas aquí? Puse mi negocio durante la guerra civil Jedi, trabajando duro en mi misión por ayudar a los Sith. Llegaron y mataron a muchos Jedi, los colonos fueron arrestados y ejecutados. Por suerte me salvé, otros no tuvieron tanta suerte. Tras la guerra me quedé y ayudé al administrador y a su milicia para suministrar buenas armas. Ah, pará, no. Creo que esto ya lo... Sí, algo funciona, pero hay que cambiarlo, ¿eh? Yo quería que me tire mierda. Servan.
It's you again. Well, you know who I am. I figure you've got a reason for coming back. You want something?
Le he dado pacto mensaje.
I don't have anything to say about that. We can talk more later. It's you again. You...
What the fuck? ¿Cuál es la cuestión de Garry con la milicia?
Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable haul the salvagers ever got. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. The whole thing makes me sick. Garvik says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game with the last survivor, right before he killed him. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses, but nobody remembers Garvik ever playing Pazak. I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real work to do. You want something? I'll tell you what I tell all those grubby salvagers. No body, no claim. I'm no longer even looking at wills or credit notes. And if you think that's... The Enclave sub, you won't...
Tá.
Don't cause any more trouble for Dantooine.
Ya está.
We've had enough.
Vámonos al subnivel del enclave. No hay nada más que hacer acá. Literalmente. O al menos yo no veo nada más que hacer. Ay, Dios. Acá. Es un nivel del enclave. Ojo. Míralo. Oh, o sea, la Y. Carajo. Qué bicho tan raro. Cierto, me cambié el sale azul. Jaja. Me cambié el sale verde por azul. Tac. Bueno. Está bien. Están todos muertos. Ya. Tac. Uy, este no le... Acá.
At last, some action.
No, está aburrido. What's up? Tac. Listo. Cuerpo de recuperado. Cadáver. Objeto recibido, recuperado muerto. Agarramos su cuerpo. Literalmente agarramos su cuerpo. Has encontrado el cadáver de uno de los recuperadores que Dara la está buscando. Vale. Pues estaba gordo. Otro más. Encárgate de ese atón. Bueno. No me traes juego, gordo. Nah, te empieza a dar vuelta en círculo, pelotudo. Mátalo. Buah, no está tan fuerte que me rompió. Casi me sintió el juego. ¿Qué carajo? Es el aire que está re bugueado. Se vuela solo, boludo. What the fuck? Cerrado. Este diario se encontró cerca del esqueleto carcomido de un recuperador. La última entrada es interesante. He llegado más lejos dentro del enclave que ningún otro recuperador. He descubierto una sala de almacenamiento intacta. El ordenador de la estación de energía debería permitirme abrir la puerta de seguridad. En cuanto descubra la forma de burlar a los Lycrex que han hecho su nido aquí, saldré rico de Dantooine. Ataque la puta que te parió. A Ato le encanta gritar. ¡Ah! ¡Shut! ¿Qué son los bichos? Del fondo. Ah, son Lygrix también. Atón, pará, te vas a quedar sin voz. Se quedaba afónico. El siguiente diálogo que tenía estaba. Sí. ¿Qué carajo? ¿Qué verga? Está escupiendo fuego, ¿no? What the fuck, es un dragón, ¿no? Oh, no, escuchó lo que dije, la concha del mono. Bueno. Percepción informática. ¿Qué le puedo poner? Son 3 salas de luz. Listo. ¿Qué lo puedo poner? Herida. Supresión. Listo. Cierto, cuando meto a nivel a un personaje se le cura la vida. Nice. Discípulo. ¿Quién eres? Gracias por la educada reverencia. Debe ser un caballero. No esperaba encontrar a nadie más aquí con vida.
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic, although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist.
¿Qué haces aquí? ¿Por qué trabajas para la República? Háblame de la República, me resulta familiar. ¿Qué haces aquí?
Like you, I was looking for some trace of the Jedi. I had heard mention that one of the Jedi Masters had gone there, but I found no trace of them.
Ese no es el único objetivo.
The other reason was the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. Once I arrived, I felt it was necessary to stay, to protect what was left.
¿Se fue?
Much had been taken from the Enclave, both by raiders and others. I wished to preserve what I could.
¿Qué otros?
Many artifacts were taken from the Enclave, but these thefts, they had to have been done by someone who knew the Enclave well. I suspect the Jedi themselves took the holocrons and records, but I do not know why.
¿Has mencionado unos holocrones?
Someone has been taking holocrons from sites across the galaxy. It was almost as if someone does not want their knowledge used to find the Jedi. The situation on Dantooine is echoed in other places in the galaxy. Raiders, smugglers, all seek to plunder what remains of the Jedi, and even the Sith. More so than the Jedi themselves, I fear the loss of their history.
¿Cómo es eso?
Much has been forgotten in recent wars, and I fear that greater troubles shall stem from that loss of knowledge in the future. The destruction of the Academy on Ossus near the Kron Drift in the Sith War, the teachings of Master Arca, the adventures of Jolie Bindo on the Rimward missions.
Jolie.
All of these things are in danger of being lost forever. What else would you like to know?
Conoce a Jolie Bindo. En un segundo. ¿Sabes lo que les pasó a los Jedi?
No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work, something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days.
¿Por qué crees que la gente odia al Jedi?
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated.
But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies.
Pero los Jedi llevan siglos protegiendo la galaxia, buscan la paz y a menudo se sacrifican.
Not always. Jedi often fall. They cause much harm on Onderon, for example, in the name of peace and protection. Uleg Keldroma and Exar Kun, the two Dark Lords during the Sith War many decades ago, were once Jedi Knights, as were Revan and Malak. It is perhaps more amazing that some still trust Jedi after many have fallen and endangered the galaxy. It is also proof that a single Force wielder can change the face of the galaxy. And that is a frightening thing indeed.
¿Odias a los Jedi?
Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things. And they are supposed to train students responsibly and well, so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi Code when so few others have. But you know this.
¿A qué te refieres?
Many Jedi defy the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War.
¿Echas la culpa a los Jedi que se apartaron del... No, echas la culpa a los Jedi que se apartaron o al Consejo. Yo era uno de esos Jedi. Debo aceptar parte de esa responsabilidad.
There is no blame. All must accept. But, at its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi teachings or the teachers themselves. Many of the Jedi Council trained Exar Kun, Ulik, Revan and Malak. How could they not see the danger they posed? And if they could not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed. Something beyond the Jedi Code that they were missing.
Revan y Malak habrían recibido el mismo entrenamiento que yo. ¿Sabéis quién entrenó a Revan? Sí, bueno.
I'm not certain you understand what happened with Revan. Do you wish me to explain?
Sigue.
Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi Civil War, due in no small part to his apprentice Malak, who turned on him. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate, and the Jedi needed to know how Revan had amassed the forces arrayed against them. As I understand it, they were able to convince Revan to have a change of heart. Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak. Perhaps in his conversation with the Jedi Masters, they were able to convince him of the rightness of their actions.
¿Sabes quién entrenó a Revan?
Revan had many masters.
Eso.
Zar, Dorak, Master K before K left for the wars. Towards the end of his training, he sought out many to learn techniques. It is said that he returned to his first master at the end of his training, in order to learn how he might best leave the Order.
Quiero hablarte de otra cosa.
What else would you like to know?
Me resulta familiar.
I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time. What else would you like to know?
Ya me voy.
Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why?
Porque tengo que cortar mi vínculo mediante la fuerza para obtener algunas respuestas. Los Sith están activos en la galaxia y voy a necesitar su ayuda para detenerlos. Porque tienen que responder lo que me hicieron.
If the Sith are rising in the galaxy again, then it is strange the Jedi would not be there to meet them, and that we have not seen more evidence of the Sith.
Créeme, los Sith están aquí. Llevan persiguiéndome desde lo de Peragus.
No, I believe you. I merely find such subtleties among the Sith to be strange. They have been known to practice deception, but in the histories, since the time of the Dark Lords Kun and Keldroma, and Revan and Malak, such subtleties have been rare. In any case, it seems to me like our goals are compatible. If you would have me, I can apply my knowledge and skills to helping you find the answers you seek.
Are you sure you want to take this guy with us? I mean, he's easy on the eyes, but he talks like a room full of Jedi.
Yes, bring him along. And when we get back to the ship, I'll prepare a celebration feast.
¿Por qué no quería, viste? Necesitamos toda la ayuda que podamos reunir y parece capaz. Agradeceremos tu compañía.
Great. I hope he doesn't snore like Aden.
¡Ah! No, ¿por qué no? ¿Cómo que no? No, pará, yo no quiero perder influencia con Atom. Bueno, reapareció la loma del culo, tuve que volver a enfrentarme a estos Ligres, pero al matarlos pude aumentar la mira de nivel, así que vamos a meter en su nivel. Vamos a ver que ese chabón rubio se nos une a nosotros sin Atom. Para no perder influencia. O al menos me gustaría saber qué opinan todo el resto del grupo cuando le dé a que se una. ¿Qué le puedo dar? Pongo este. Miedo. Listo, ahora sí. Bueno, por alguna razón no puedo cambiar de personaje acá y por eso tengo que salir del enclave y ahí a la salida me encontré con estos guachos, así que...
Braved the perils of the sublevel, yes. Many stories and artifacts in your possession. This is fortuitous for myself.
Para, yo te había visto.
Associates. For now, not only do I get rich salvage, but an even richer bounty. Do not be making this difficult. Your death can be quite painless.
Supongo que no quieres negociar una solución pacífica de este problema. Me temo que la tuya no lo será.
Negotiations are not possible. A deal has been made with anxious people. People you do not cross. And now, Jedi, we shall fight.
Atáquenlo. Ataquen a los demás. Hola, ¿todo bien? No sé por qué lo hice, boludo. Pero tanto tiempo va a durar, boludo.
Braved the peril. So, this is your threat? Is terror what I'm supposed to feel? We know a thing about Jedi and their ways. And now, Jedi...
¡Ja! Putito. Bien, salgo, cambio de personaje y voy de vuelta hacia donde está el rubio ese, el discípulo. ¿Cómo se llama? Mical. Ese chabón se llama Mical. Y no es gran cosa, así que vamos a poner a Baudur y a Visas. ¿Sabes qué? Me parece que a este chabón le voy a poner a Baudur, ya fue. Posta, parece que no hay forma de ponerle una túnica Jedi. Poderes, ¿qué le puedo dar? Supresión de la fuerza. Para ir poniéndole cositas. No, ninguna túnica lo puedo poner. Ni siquiera eso. Oh, le puedo dar la armadura de Exarcun. Puede ser, ¿no? Sí, a la basta. Quédate con eso. Meditación de combate. Bien, volvamos.
Then it is strange. No, but if you...
¡Ja! Listo. No problema. Vamos a poner a vos y a Tom. Listo.
Something you need of me?
Este también se lo puede convertir en Jedi, así que...
There is something I have observed, and now I feel I must say it. I have found your presence to be inspiring. With your growth in the Force, you seem to have found your center. And throughout the dangers we face, you remain calm and focused.
Este es facilito de convertir en Jedi. Yo lo puedo hacer en mi primera jugada. Nunca me he sentido mejor. Créeme, es todo fachada. Por dentro estoy temblando. Bien, espero que nuestros enemigos no lo piensen.
I understand now why others followed you to war. Perhaps that is what leadership is. And it is something I have seen in only a few during my travels. In any event, it has been some time since I traveled with a Jedi, nor one so firmly upon the path. I wanted to thank you. I fear the stories that were spoken of you have misrepresented you. And if I have the opportunity, I shall reverse them whenever they arise.
Gracias por tus amables palabras, pero no son necesarias. No te preocupes, no necesito tu ayuda. No tengo tiempo para tu condescendencia. Déjame.
Very well. Then I shall keep my favorable opinions to myself.
Tengo otras preguntas.
That is hardly surprising. What do you wish to know?
¿Qué sabes de los vínculos de la fuerza?
A force bond? What do you mean?
Tengo una conexión con otro que puede resultar letal para ambos.
I'm not sure I understand.
Tengo un vínculo con otra persona que transmite dolor a distancia. Si ella sufre, yo sufro. Si ella muere, es posible que yo también muera. Se lo pienso en un instante. ¿Qué? No, ¿qué?
No. I thought I had heard mention of such connections in some of the holocrons, but I do not possess them. They are part of the holocrons that were taken from the Enclave.
¿Dónde estarían los holocrones? ¿Qué recuerdas de los vínculos?
I know some of what you speak. It is said that when a Jedi and Padawan establish a close connection, that they can feel each other across distances and coordinate their movements in battle. The intensity of the connection varies. That bonding is said to also be something that manifests itself in such techniques as Bastila's battle meditation, the ability to touch the minds of others, to demoralize or inspire them. It is also said that moments of death or near death may also cause such bonds. The stronger one is in the Force, the stronger the connection.
Un vínculo así puede resultar letal. Has dicho que os percibís aunque estéis separados. ¿También sabéis lo que piensa el otro?
I've never heard of a bond being lethal. I suppose such a thing is possible. I had not truly believed Bastila's battle meditation until I had seen it in action. Thoughts. Images, perhaps, but not actual communication and words. A bond often causes a sensation to be passed along it, such as extreme fear and pain. Still, I have seen Jedi who have the ability to communicate with aliens and beasts. It is a rare thing. Perhaps telepathy is one such talent.
¿Dónde están los holocrones?
I do not know. I do not know who has taken them. If we were to find them, perhaps I could help you find the answers you need. That is hardly surprising.
Un segundito. Bueno, le doy a todas las líneas de acá, ya fue. Háblame de la República.
I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the moment. Its influence is stretched thin, and it grows weaker with time. Still, there is hope, and I must remind myself of it, even when times grow dark. As long as we hold Onderon and Telos, then perhaps we have a chance. There are many factors. Aside from protecting Telos and Onderon, we need a rallying force. We need the Jedi, even if they are just figureheads. That is why I traveled to Dantooine, to find some trace of them.
¿Por qué es tan importante la Jedi?
The Jedi are a symbol. As much damage as their reputation took during the Sith War and the Jedi Civil War, there are still many who they serve as an example. Plus, there have been times in the past where a single Jedi has been enough to change the face of a world, or a galaxy. I suppose I still believe that might be possible. Despite the betrayal of many of the Jedi against the Republic, I must concede that as figureheads, they do serve a vital role. There are many that is hard.
¿Qué está haciendo por la República?
I am on a diplomatic mission. I am one of several tasked with attempting to contact any remaining Jedi and convince them to return to the Republic.
¿Por qué te escogieron a ti?
I know something of the Jedi. I have studied them for a good portion of my life, and now that they are gone, such studies are even more important.
He encontrado uno de los Jedi perdidos.
You have? Where have they gone? And why?
Parecen haberse dispersado en los últimos años a lo largo de varios planetas. Es como si se hubiesen exiliado. Han decidido abandonar la galaxia como supusiste.
Like you? Curious. It is unlike the Jedi to vanish when the Republic is in need of them, and the Republic is more in need of them now than ever.
Creo que han ido a buscar a los que hizo desaparecer el resto de los Jedi perdidos. ¿Quién sabe cuáles son sus motivos? No creo que los asesinos sí lo han estado asesinando a los Jedi. Acechando, liquidándolos de uno en uno.
What was that? Do you know?
Creo que los están cazando y esos me están dando caso a mí también.
Perhaps the Sith have learned from Malak's defeat and have chosen a different tactic. It is like them to strike from the shadows. This has Revan's mark in things.
Pero pensé que Revan se había redimido al derrotar a Malak.
Yes, but there is much of Revan's legacy that was not undone in the Jedi Civil War. I suspect these assassins are one of them. Master Vandar spoke of these assassins in the council chambers. They were used before large assaults on planets and Jedi to weaken them.
Ah. A ver, ya veo que Atón se pone celoso. Sí, es muy celoso el hijo de puta.
Yes. Is something wrong?
Tenía unas preguntas.
That is hardly surprising. What do you wish to know? I am on a I know something of the Jedi. I do not think it is a matter of luck or chance. Only my
¿Cómo era para convertirlo en Jedi, la concha del mono?
I'm afraid that the life of a bounty hunter is not a profession I am suited to. Regardless, my efforts turned up nothing. No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work. Something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days.
Nunca conocieron a la gente corriente.
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated. But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies. That is hard. I am an historian and I have some. I came to
¿Decías que tienes entrenamiento médico?
Yes. I have been trained by some of the best researchers in the Republic, which is a humbling experience, let me tell you. But if you ever need some medical items broken down or constructed, let me know.
Me gustaría hacer uso de tus habilidades. What? No.
Yes? Is some...
Necesito curación.
Very well. Let me see if I can treat your wounds. There. That should do it. Do you need anything else?
¿Seguro que te has curado? ¿Lo has curado todo?
Are you sure you need healing? You look good to me.
¿Ah, sí?
Yes, your muscle tone looks good, your response time seems excellent, and I see nothing that would otherwise impair your health. You have the same vitality about you that you seem to possess no matter what the circumstances.
Gracias, me alegro de oírlo. Agradezco tus palabras. Eso es una valoración extensa. Creo que en el futuro puedes ahorrarte las valoraciones. Esa balanza no significa nada para mí, ni tu inútil opinión.
I am surprised no one has told you the same before. It is the truth, and evident to anyone with eyes.
Tengo otra pregunta.
That is... I am on a diplomatic mission. I know something.
Puta madre, ¿cómo era?
No, it is not. I've been a... Forgive me, but there is something I must ask. In my study of the Jedi histories and the more contemporary records, I have heard tales of a Jedi who was exiled. You are that Jedi. But the records are somewhat evasive on why this was done. I wanted to discuss why you chose to leave the Jedi Order and accept exile.
¿Y por qué quieres hablar de eso? Me fui para proteger a los inocentes del borde exterior. La batalla no me llamaba y yo respondí. Los Jedi no me proporcionó ninguna verdad, solo la guerra lo hizo.
I see. And because you went to war, they cast you out?
Sí, eso es lo que me contaron en el juicio. Al principio pensaba que esa era la única razón, ahora no lo tengo tan claro. Eso es lo que yo creía, pero los recientes descubrimientos parecen indicar que pudo haber otras causas.
Do you have a record of this trial?
No, esos registros se perdieron. Junto a los otros, ahora. Sí, el droide tiene uno de los registros de ellos. Sí, tiene una copia.
Perhaps I shall examine it when I get the chance. With your permission.
Eres libre de hacerlo.
I appreciate your trust. Thank you. I have studied the holo record of your trial. I am unsure of it. I must confess that I was searching for some meaning beyond the records. A reason for why one would leave the order.
No abandoné la obra, me exiliaron.
Yes, but exile is
¿Cómo lo viste tan rápido, boludo? Ni siquiera estuvo el droide acá.
Something that the order can enforce. Believe it or not, it was really your choice.
Ya has visto el registro, no me dieron elección, fue una sentencia. ¿Y por qué habría que elegir tan cosa? Tú no estabas allí, me habrían ejecutado de no ser porque los Jedi no matan a sus prisioneros.
I don't think so. Perhaps some of them felt strongly about your sentence, but I think something else concerned them. Again, the choice to turn away was yours, not theirs.
Seguro que no te conozco, me resulta familiar ahora más que antes.
You are correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave on Dantooine, many years ago.
Oh.
As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well, though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us the ways of combat, how to hear music within the movements of a lightsaber blade. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable, but not a leader, not a mentor. You were different. We could all feel it. And I knew that if I were to have a master, I would want it to be you. And then you went to war. Many Jedi went to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. Atris, the mistress of the Archives, was first among them. I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path. And in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. They all went to war, as I grew past the age of acceptance.
Pero la fuerza, el sendero del Jedi, lo abandonaste. Entonces le diste la espalda a los Jedi, la fuerza. ¿Por mí?
It is possible to forget the Force, you know. If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. It was important to me to understand the Jedi now that they were gone. I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost.
Lamento que mi marcha a la guerra tuviese esas consecuencias en tu futuro. No era mi intención marcharme, pero tenía que hacerlo. Es bueno que te apartase de la debilidad e hipocresía de los Jedi, como dice yo.
Perhaps. I still harbor doubts about the path I walked.
Podré entrenarte para que volvieras a sentir la fuerza. Vamos, a la bosta.
I think you are right. It is time. I have watched you. You have become strong in the Force again. But that is not all. You have achieved a center in the chaos around us, and I have felt it, my master. The one intended for me, left to fight in the Mandalorian wars. Now she has returned. And I ask her now if she will train me in the ways of the Force.
Te entrenaré. No te inclines ante mí. Esa será tu primera lección como Jedi. Seguro que lo tienes claro. El sendero de los Jedi no es fácil. Te entrenaré.
The one who was to be my master was lost at Malachor 5. I want you to teach me the ways of the Force. To become a Jedi Knight. What I meant to be.
Meditemos. ¡Ja! De una. Imagina las enseñanzas iniciales de los Jedi y tus primeros pasos. Entró en el enclave. Ojalá hubiera hecho lo mismo con Baudur, boludo. Recuerda el viento en las llanuras de Dantooine, la sensación de la vida a tu alrededor. Piensa en lo que sentiste cuando nuestros caminos volvieron a cruzarse. Y finalmente, contempla la galaxia a través de la fuerza. El discípulo, Mical, ha dado sus primeros pasos en la sendera de un cónsul Jedi. Su habilidad aumentará a medida que viaje contigo y aprenda lo que sabes de la fuerza. Listo, a la basta. Un Jedi más. Lo hice al toque antes de aumentar el nivel si quieres. Bien. Iniciemos. Voy a tardar un buen rato. Duelo. Duelo de espadas. Vamos a arrancar con este. Y con este. Sí, con este. Este. Sí, este. Empujón con la fuerza. Es el básico de todos. Vamos a darle... Drenar fuerza. No, drenar no. O sea, drenar fuerza no. Drenar vida. Vamos a darle... Ahora sí, drenar fuerza. Aturdir. Vamos a darte impacto crítico. Miedo. Lenta. Herida. Supresión de la fuerza. Genera punto de vitalidad. Droide aturdidor. Grito de fuerza. Truco mental. ¿Usar el sable de luz? No, no se lo voy a dar ahora porque no tiene sable todavía. Resistencia a la energía. Regenerar puntos de fuerza. Barrera de la fuerza. Meditación en combate. Cuerpo de fuerza. Resistencia. No, vamos a darle a revitalizar. Dotes, vamos a darle. Su 3 sale de luz. Esto también se lo doy, ya fue, al final. Por si le doy el sale demasiado temprano. Más de lo que yo esperaba. Bien. Ahora vamos a darle la armadura. Competencia con blindaje, pero chupa la pija. What? ¿Desde cuándo? O sea, no me digas que le van a restringir los... Ah, claro, no tiene ninguna restricción. Ok, me asusté. Pensé que le iba a quitar los... ¿Cómo se llama? La habilidad de como tirar rayos o... Porque cuando tenés armadura puesta no podés, por eso. Ah, dale este. Ah, dale este. Este. Túnica de maestro Jedi. Sí, al carajo. Después veo cuánto... No, no es que no. Va, iba a decir de cuánta defensa tiene el traje de la túnica de Joe Livindo, que la tiene puesto Creia. Fortaleza. Bueno, te voy a dar el sable láser cuando pueda. No, no te quiero dar el doble. Jódete. Básicamente jódete. A ver. Donación. Sí, quédate con eso. Bien. Nuevo Jedi. Y Atón recaliente. Atón, ¿qué tenés para decir? Oh.
Something up? All right.
Bien, sigamos. Hay 3 mercenarios muertos, rodeados de signos de combate. En cada uno de los mercenarios hay pruebas de que murieron atravesados por un sable de luz. Brook. Eso de puntería. Órdenes de Azkul. Este módulo de datos contiene órdenes de Azkul, líder de los mercenarios de Dantooine. Brook se ha adentrado en solitario en el enclave. Toma el mando de una escuadra y captura vivo al Jedi. Llévale a nuestro escondrijo en las cuevas de los Kinrath y espera una nave que te lleve a Nar Shaddaa. Te proporcionará una sustanciosa recompensa. Entre los cadáveres de 3 mercenarios encontraste un módulo de datos donde Azkul ordena que capturen a Brook con vida y lo lleven a las cuevas de los Kinrath. Bien. Ya tenemos a todos. Faltaba Mical nomás. Acceder al registro de trabajo. ¿Para qué, boludo? Pero bueno. Lo reparé para nada, pero me dio experiencia igual. Nada que ver. Ok, no, nada. Oh. Tiki tiki tiki. Oh, sama Legrex. Nah, ni no la ataca.
Something you need of me? I hear you.
Apoyo Jedi. Bueno, ahora Mical empieza a tirarnos de todo como se creía. Me encanta. Tac. Ah, yo quería que le explote. O sea, yo quería que le haga daño, digo. Malísimo. What? Se transportó. What? Red de protocolo. No, jefe técnico Dergar Jester. No me puedo creer que la corporación cerca haya sacado un nuevo modelo de droide de protocolo con tantos fallos. De la partida que encargamos del mes pasado, todos acabaron fritos por sobrecalentamiento. El representante de cerca dijo que el droide está diseñado para entornos de temperatura controlada, como las naves espaciales, pero no me lo trago. El auténtico problema es que la célula de energía del nuevo modelo se calienta demasiado. Y lo que es peor, el modulador de salida está instalado justo junto a la célula. Justo junto a la célula, puta madre, como cuesta. Y es lo primero que se derrite cuando se sobrecalienta. Sin decir... Ni decir tiene... ¡Ah, Dios, me cuesta leer! Ni que decir tiene sin un modulador de salida funcional. Al más mínimo empujón del droide estalla como un fuego de artificio en el Día de la República. Así que estoy trabajando para que el representante de cerca sustituya a esos droides defectuosos. Mientras tanto, he desactivado los nuevos droides de protocolo para que no causen más accidentes. Fin. No, no quiero ver nada. Reactivar el droide. ¿Para qué, viste? No voy a guardar, ¿eh? ¿Qué pasa si los activo todos? ¿Me ganaré algo? Gano más experiencia. ¿Ah? ¡No! Faltaba uno nomás. A ver, ¿dónde van? What? Okay. Déjalo. No, ni pedo. No voy a gastar, boludo. Son dos droides que no sirven. No, estoy junto a ellos peleando. A retar. Ya me había guardado, ¿viste? Inspirar seguidores. Mical, ataca, pelotudo. Cadáver de recuperador. Has encontrado el testamento de este recuperador. Estipula que todas sus posesiones serán entregadas al otro recuperador muerto que encontraste. Darala estará sin duda estresada por hacerse con los cuerpos de los recuperados y el testamento. ¿Para qué falsear? No cambiar. Este módulo de datos contiene el testamento del recuperador muerto. Tiene mucha falta de ortografía e indica que si muere, sus posesiones deberán pasar a otro recuperador para que se aventuró a los subniveles. Has encontrado los cadáveres de uno de los dos recuperadores que Daral ya está buscando. Uno de ellos tiene un módulo de datos que parece un testamento. ¿Para qué iba a cambiar el testamento yo? No entiendo. Okay.
This one is mine.
No, no, no es mío, mío, puto.
More where that came from.
Ja, ni atacaste.
Is someone out there? Anybody? Help! Lagrix are everywhere! Help me! I'm trapped in here!
No contestar. ¿Eres Jorran?
Yes, I am. I locked the door in here. I thought I was gonna be Lagrix compost. Did you take care of them, stranger?
Aún quedan algunos Legrex.
Please, take care of them. I can't stand much more of this. If you do manage to clear a path, please come back.
Ok. ¿Y si le decía que no había? Salía y lo mataban, ¿viste? Re mentiroso era el metro.
Time to take you down to size.
Qué linda fuente. ¡Ya! Y ahora apareció un monstruoso mami y me mataban, ¿viste? Buena.
Defend yourself.
Oh, está lleno de Legrex, boludo. No.
Time to even the odds.
What? ¿Eso se curó? Sí, siempre se curan igual, ¿Y esa Jedi?
My leg Rex. You've killed them. They're my pets.
Es una joda. ¿Eres tú la ladrona de la que Zulru se ha estado quejando?
I'm not a thief. People give to the Jedi in exchange for service. They were just giving.
¿Por qué intentas matarme? Tus mascotas están matando a gente. ¿Quién eres?
I'm KV, and this is my home. Now there's nothing to stop them from coming back. They're taking things that are Jedi and not theirs. That's wrong.
Siento que estás conectada a la fuerza.
I'm a Padawan, and one day I will learn enough to be a Jedi.
¿Por qué ser una Jedi? Son una cosa perdida. ¿Cómo acabó una Padawan enterrado aquí?
I was studying here when Darth Malak and a Sith came.
Uh.
I was outside the Enclave when my master left me at the Mandalay estate. Shen protected me. But the Sith came asking questions. All the Mandalays died. But I hid. Even when the estate was burning, I hid. So I hide. I'm hiding until my master returns.
Son tiempos difíciles. Yo también fui Jedi una vez. Yo también fui Jedi una vez y con suerte lo volveré a hacer.
You were? I had no idea. You aren't anymore? Are there any Jedi left?
Perdí mi conexión con la fuerza, pero poco lo estoy recuperando. Hay Jedi por ahí, pero se están escondiendo. Los Jedi están muertos. Sus enseñanzas lo volvieron débiles.
They are like me. I thought I was alone. Are there any masters?
No hay nadie que pueda enseñarte en ningún sitio. No, ¿por qué?
But what should I do? I just don't know what I should do.
Es lo único que le voy a decir, hijo de puta. Puedes seguir tu propio camino sin reglas. Yo no te aguanto más, eres demasiado débil para vivir.
There was just no one else to talk to. It's been so hard. But just knowing I'm not alone. There are others like me. It may be enough.
Sobre los robos.
I know that was wrong. I'll stop. I was just trying to get enough credits to eat. But I'll think of something else. Something that doesn't hurt anyone.
Soy un Jedi, podría usar los artefactos que has encontrado.
I found some things. I don't know how to use them. Here, you can have them. I had a holocron, but it said terrible things. I threw it far away.
¿Qué te contó?
It told me the Jedi were no more, that I needed to survive and do anything to protect my home.
Haz caso a las lecciones de tu maestro, no al holocron. Era un holocron, sí, los holocrones pueden ser peligrosos. Eso son lecciones importantes, cosas que un Padawan debería aprender.
The holocron was more forceful the longer I learned. It frightened me.
¿Dónde está el holocron?
I threw it into the ruins. I went back to find it, but the salvager stole it. It was my only teacher. I don't know. I'll try to find a master to teach me. There have to be some left. I'm not going to use the Force until I find one. So much has gone wrong. Should I feel bad that I feel better? But I still need to find a master. The lessons I learned, I think I need to unlearn them.
Que la fuerza te acompañe.
And also with you. Thank you.
Sí, me dio un sable láser. ¿De qué color? Blanco. Oh. ¿Qué puedo poner? Campo mortal. Ah, puedo poner una más. Estasis. Bien. Un sable blanco me dio, qué carajo, a ver. Jaja, tengo una espada brillante. Ahora, pero tú. Bueno, como Otton y Mira son los que quiero tener siempre en mi escuadrón, le voy a dar, se lo voy a dar a Mira, así tiene 2 sables láser. Y el otro, bueno, voy a quitárselo a Kreia, el otro. que tiene. Y con el que tengo yo se lo voy a dar a Mira. Así tiene 2 sables láser. Pero pueden encontrar suficientes sables láser pronto para que todos tengan. De última le daré... Se quedarán con los sables láser doble que tengo. Que no era mi idea, pero bueno, si no queda de otra. Porque el Cotor 2, a diferencia del Cotor 1, es mucho más difícil conseguir sables láser, boludo. En serio.
Is that you? I thought I heard something. Is it safe yet? You must be fierce with a blaster then. Give me a moment, I sort of jammed the door a bit. Just don't leave.
Se va corriendo, ahora atrás.
Thanks for saving me. I thought those Legrex had me for sure.
Antes de irte, ¿qué haces aquí abajo? ¿Qué puedes contarme acerca de los Legrex? No tan rápido, no tan rápido, está el asuntillo de la recompensa. ¿Salvarte? Qué pirotesco, tienes algo que quiero. ¿Sabes algo de un ladrón? No, eso ya está, bro.
It's all Tapelay's fault. She said the entryway to the sublevel was safe enough. This area has hardly been explored. We barely got in here. And then everybody started going left and right, grabbing anything they could. It was every man for himself, and nobody was watching for Legrex. Then, before you know it, we were under attack by those beasts. So salvagers were running every which way, and they left me to die.
¿Me contaste algo?
No, I didn't get anything. Now I'd just like to leave.
Te acabo de salvar la vida, creo que puedo pedir algo de honestidad.
I guess you're right. I grabbed a couple of things in the room we were in. I didn't want to tell you because you might make a claim for it. I need the credits.
Podría pagarte por tus hallazgos.
No, I hadn't thought of that. We could arrange something like that. That would work. I managed to grab 3 things. One's some sort of crystal, and the other looks like parts. For a lightsaber, maybe, I don't know. If you give me 1,300 credits, you can have it all. And that'll be enough for me to get off this rock. No returns on this. You're stuck with what you buy.
Toma.
A pleasure doing business with you. Now I can finally get passage back home. I hope that junk is worth it to you, I really do. I'm going to the salvager camp. It'll take some time to get things in order. Come visit if you like, but if you don't like what you bought, it isn't my problem.
Cristal rojo, a la mierda. Veo un cristal Sith. Encontraste al ladrón, es una antigua padawan del enclave Jedi. La convenciste para que dejase robar. A la otra. Bueno, vayámonos al carajo. No hay ninguna otra zona más que descubrir. Bien. Chao. Antes te voy a aumentar tus habilidades. Vieja chota. Ah, vieja miada. Retarado. Dame eso. Ups. Ahora estoy solo. Espérate. Mical, dale. Mentira, no le des nada. Que se joda. Ahora atrás. No. Voy con Mira. Mira, me la pija. No. Gracias. Mira, mira, villa. Espada vibratoria Sith.
Ready?
Y ahora T3. Bien. Perfecto. Un cristal viridiano, yo qué sé. Sale luz. Violeta. Violeta. A ver, ¿qué le puedo poner? 220, no. 38 puede ser. Modificador de ataque más 6. Más 3. Destreza 1. No, vamos a poner este. ¿Este qué hace? 540, 429, 540, 429, 429, 428, no, este. Tac. Vamos a aceptar. Ah, no sé cuál. Tenemos 4. Energía. Le pongo a este, listo. El otro solo láser que tiene. Bueno. Bien.
Ready?
Como este y este. Ahora sí. Ajá. Rum. Así es como la quería mira. Ahora también es con nosotros. Este es mi team. Jajaja. Wow, como tiene la espada. Bien, ahora buscar más sables láser. Necesito 2 sables verdes. Uno para Mical, otro para Kreia, un sable rojo para Visas, Mar y un sable azul para Baudur.
I feel much better now, thanks to you. I don't think I thanked you properly down there. I was pretty shaken. I really hope the Jedi salvage you bought was worth it. I meant what I said about no returns, though. I need the money to go home. But it's nice to see you again, regardless. It was all tape-a-lace. We barely did.
What? Who is that? Oh, it's you.
Vieja senil, para atrás. Gustaría hablar de los recuperadores muertos.
It's a shame about them. Have any luck getting to their bodies? I figure there's about no chance you'll succeed, but the reward is still open.
Encontré los cuerpos.
You have? You managed to find them down there? You're tougher than you look. I have 1,000 credits for their bodies and their personal effects.
No necesito recompensa, dales un buen entierro. Aquí tienes.
You've proven very helpful. I have something I have to do. Come back if you want to talk again.
¿Por qué hizo eso? Se dio un paseíto, nada que ver.
Ah, the traveler has returned. So.
Bien. A ver qué pasa si voy al campamento de los mercenarios.
I don't suppose you're here to hire it.
Vamos al carajo. Vamos a volver. Oye, ¿tienes algo que decir? He venido a matarte. Gracias.
Thanks for helping out the militia.
Ok.
Any luck on getting my modulator back from Joran? I don't think anyone here will be able to help me.
He descubierto al ladrón.
Excellent. How did you deal with Joran?
Tu ladrón no era Joran, ni un refugiado.
It has to be someone near their camp, and no one else lives around them. You might be right, but I doubt it. Are they turning on their own? Typical. That's about all I know. I've never seen the thief clearly. Do you have any idea who it is?
Era una Padawan que estaba grabando para sobrevivir. Es una... Scared, ¿qué significa? Scarred. No, scared. Si hubiera sido scared con una R hubiera sido asustado.
Well, Jedi never stop meddling with our world. Even now they're causing problems for us. She's part of the reason why our world was invaded. Why many families were wiped out by the Sith.
Le puedo haber dicho que son a nosotros, boludo. Tu mundo no fue el único que fue dañado por Darth Malak. Ella es solamente una mujer joven pasando malos momentos, ¿puede ser?
You don't think I know that? I fought in the war, and it was fallen Jedi that were responsible.
Le puedo haber dicho que es una de nosotras y buscamos a los demás maestros, hijos de puta.
And too prone to fall into unspeakable evil. We'd be better off if they were extinct.
O le pudiste haber dicho que Maestro Brook, Sis Kayal o el Maestro Kabar le podrían entrenar, loco. Jedi are the greatest force for good we have. La mejor fuerza que tenemos, la mejor fuerza de bien que tenemos para el bien, ahora otro. Los Jedi son los responsables por salvarnos.
And if they stayed good and pure, I'd agree. There were more Sith than Jedi in the war. You do the math. They saved us from their own kind. Without them in the first place, there wouldn't even have been a war.
I think your attitude towards the Jedi is unfounded, and the Jedi suffer alongside you. I think of how many of them died. These aren't the Jedi's darkest way. Thousands of years of device and peace should be so casually cast aside and spurned.
Is it really? And what makes you such an expert? You have any idea what they put us through?
Vigila tu tono. ¿Sabes lo que pasa cuando le hablas de un Jedi, Garry?
You are? Well, how does that change
Ni puta
anything?
idea,
I should turn you in and collect the exchange bounty.
¿No estás enojado con los Jedi, o sí? Necesitas a alguien para culpar de tu sufrimiento. Así que esta es la recompensa que tengo. Te acabo de ayudar, como los Jedi antes conmigo. Puedes intentar recolectar tu casa. Bueno, no sé. Casa de cazar, con Z, ¿no?
You might be right. So much destruction. You helped me out. A lot of Jedi helped out, but it was barely enough. And that Jedi secret cost many lives. I'd really keep quiet about being a Jedi. They are very disliked here. But I really appreciate your help. Here's the reward I promised. If all Jedi were like you, the galaxy would be safer.
Blaster vigilante, blaster micropulsos. Microcortes.
Thanks for the help. I plan on going back to the farm shortly.
Hello there. I'm not... We should... All right.
Y el guacho de ahí.
It's you again. You want something? You really should talk to Barun about general questions.
Bueno, hablaré con la administradora. Ahora.
I hope that you haven't run into any difficulties you couldn't deal with. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Ah, un segundito. Guardo antes que nada, primero.
I hope that you... I have no doubt that... What have you... Forgive... I hope that you have... Is there anything...
¿Cuáles son los peligros de segundo nivel?
Like many parts of Dantooine, the sub-level of the Enclave has become infested with dangerous creatures. Large, vicious insects called laygrex have made the sub-level their home. Several salvagers have reportedly been injured or killed by the laygrex. I would expect a Jedi to fare better against the creatures than the salvagers, but Vrook has not returned in some time. Is there anything else I can assist you with? There are plenty of opportunities to assist people on Dantooine. Too many, I'm afraid. I would go to the militia headquarters and make your intentions known there. Besides that, just listen and ask around. To most people in the galaxy, the distinction between Sith and Jedi is a blurry one, especially since most Sith were once Jedi. It is complicated by the fact that Malak and Revan were great heroes of the Republic and famed Jedi Knights. But a few years later, they were leading an armada which threatened everyone. And here on Dantooine, the Jedi Enclave provoked a brutal occupation by the Sith. It could have been far worse, but even now the damage has not been fully mended. I don't think everyone hates Jedi. If just a few people changed their minds or spoke up, it could make a great deal of difference. I think that we need the help of the Jedi. If the Jedi's reputation isn't redeemed, the consequences could be quite regrettable. Until then, I would keep your identity secret. There are plenty of...
Che. Los Jedi tienen una reputación extremadamente mala en Dantooine, incluso peor que el resto de la galaxia. El enclave Jedi secreto de Dantooine provocó una brutal ocupación de Sith durante la Guerra Civil Jedi. Si esa reputación no se repara, podría traer problemas a largo plazo. ¿Y qué se supone que tengo que hacer? No entiendo.
I hope that you... Is there... Who do you want to know about? There are 3 groups of people on the planet right now. The settlers, salvagers, and the mercenaries. Dantooine is one of the younger worlds of the Republic. A couple of generations ago, this world was still untamed. We made great progress, in no small part due to the Jedi. But recently, we have been losing ground. During the war, the most prominent settler families either fled or were executed by the Sith. Losing their resources and the Jedi was too great a loss. But now we are organizing and starting to truly work together. Once we achieve that, I am confident that Dantooine can be safe and prosperous again.
No parece que te convenza.
No, I suppose I'm not. We need the Republic and always have. We aren't self-sufficient yet and we need aid. The fate of the Telos project is intimately tied to our own. The most humanitarian elements of the Senate have put their careers at stake in the rebuilding of Telos. If those efforts succeed, their prominence will grow and further aid will be given freely. But if they fail, there are colder, more authoritative elements in the Senate that could come to power. They would think nothing of leaving the strategically unimportant worlds to their own devices. That would be a tragic day for Dantooine and many other worlds. The Republic is in flux. Its final shape is uncertain.
Shh. Está mi perro ladrando. ¿Qué se lo recupero de
They are a necessary inconvenience. Money has been a great concern to us, ever since the Sandrals and Matalays were
Cerrar la ventana.
during the Jedi Civil War. The agricultural exports we produce just cover basic maintenance. To expand and prosper, we needed credits, so we had to exploit a valuable resource we had, the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. It was not a decision lightly made, and even then we couldn't do the work ourselves. Too dangerous, and every settler matters on our small world. So we opened the door to enterprising salvagers. The salvagers you see now are the last remnants of that force. The tithe we took from their claims sustains what semblance of government you see now.
¿Qué voy a hacer cuando las reuniones estén vacías? La convivencia con ellos tranquila, me gusta ese...
We plan on using those credits to improve production and protect our world. We have enough to sustain ourselves until more prosperous times. We tolerate their presence because we must, and they generally follow our laws. But their time is almost over. The Jedi Enclave's sublevel is the only place left with reasonable salvage, and it has too many dangers for them. The salvagers aren't warriors. Generally, they are out-of-work miners or cast-offs from other worlds. Mercenaries have been a problem for Dantooine since the end of the Mandalorian Wars. When the Jedi Enclave was here, they were firmly kept in check. But now, relations are uneasy between us. Their leader, Azkul, was a Sith
Me suena que esto lo...
and I have no doubt he was very good at his job. Until
Lo hablé
they find
también.
work, tensions will grow. If you want to know more, I suggest you...
¿Pero qué queda? ¿Qué queda por hacer, boludo? Perdió las sombras. ¡Ah! ¡Eso! Hay que ir a la escuela de los Kinrath, donde estaban los cristales Kyber. Sí, sí, porque había una jaula por ahí. Que no es mal jaula para llevar a un prisionero, ¿no? Vamos a ir, vamos hasta allí. Claro, me cagué todo, pensé que se había bugueado. Ay, con el cristal. Vamos. Hop, 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 hop. Hacía ruido cuando trataba. Acá. Ahí están, hijos de puta. El maestro Brook está encerrado en un campo de fuerza, prisionero de estos mercenarios. Te observa inexpresivamente.
Halt, settler. This is a restricted area. How the hell did you get through the Kinrath? You should leave.
He venido a rescatar al Jedi. ¿Por qué tenéis prisionero al maestro Brook? Así que ahora los mercenarios se dedican al secuestro. El Jedi está bien en su jaula.
We are highly trained veterans, and you're just a settler with a toy blaster. We're taking the Jedi to Nar Shaddaa, and that is the end of that. I'm gonna say this nice and simple for your little calf-hurting head. Unless you want to wind up dead, leave now.
Abre la jaula. Deja salir al Jedi. No quiero pelear, pero no puedo permitir que os llevéis a Brook a Nar Shaddaa. ¿Podemos llegar a un acuerdo? Entonces defiéndete. ¿Puedo hacer una pregunta?
What? That's a Jedi trick. We trained against that during the war. It's a Jedi, man. Kill her before she tries something else.
Sí, eso se puede hacer. Entrenarse para resistir el truco mental se puede hacer. Encontraste al maestro Brook prisionero de los mercenarios de la cueva de los Kinrath. Oh, shit. Así, ataca a los demás. Jaja, qué traidora. Era re traidora, ¿viste? Falta esto, hija de puta. Ahora se bugueaba y nunca más se convirtió en enemiga. Ahí está. Fua, la refichamos.
Always rushing into action without thinking of the consequences. What? You're expecting thanks? Kunda's in danger, and you've ruined the best chance of averting a full-scale conflict.
Lamento haber interferido, solo quería ayudar. Pero si te acabo de rescatar, ¿cómo pensás ayudar desde una jaula? Siempre es un placer, Brook. Espero que aún conservas... Veo que aún conservas esa actitud jovial. Si lo prefieres, puedo volverte a la jaula.
Right now, Dantooine is at a critical moment. If Kunda falls, then the Republic may lose control of this system. Still, I'm surprised you were able to get this far. Although you do have your Jedi training to fall back on. Every action has consequences, no matter how small or insignificant they seem. And even the smallest choice has the potential for harm. The Mandalorian Wars was proof of this. Intentions mean nothing if a greater tragedy is caused.
Vale, ahora ¿qué hacemos? Es la misma cuidadosa planificación que mostraste en las guerras mandalorianas. Habría que detener a los mandalorianos. El Consejo Jedi estaba cruzado de brazos. Había que detener.
I need to get to Kunda and warn them. They could be attacked at any moment.
¿Cómo puedo ayudar?
If you wish to prove yourself, then do so. Kunda's in danger and they need our help. The mercenaries have allied themselves with the Exchange and are planning to attack Kunda. They've been holding off for the right moment. And now, since they lost their captive Jedi, they'll attack immediately. I'm going to try to reach Administrator Adari. Time is of the essence.
Bien. Te encontraste con el maestro Brook en Tatooine, pero no tenía tiempo de hablar contigo. ¿Sospechas que podrás hacerlo después de que el inminente ataque de los mercenarios contra Kunda haya sido resuelto? Has descubierto que los mercenarios han formado una alianza secreta con el intercambio. Están planeando atacar Kunda. Se han hecho todos los preparativos, solo están esperando una señal. Sin duda, tus acciones han servido como catalizador. Dado Kyber. Órdenes a mercenarios. Este módulo de datos contiene las órdenes de Azkul para los oficiales de los mercenarios. Recientemente los mercenarios han hecho una alianza secreta con el intercambio y están planeando un ataque inminente sobre Kunda. Con la administradora Adare muerta, el intercambio podría usar Dantooine para sus actividades ilícitas, sin que la República pudiese detectarlas, ya se han hecho todos los preparativos para el ataque y podrían caer sobre Kunda en cualquier momento. El Kunda, ¿viste? El maestro Brook se fue a la mierda. ¿What? ¿Cómo pudiste pasar por ahí, hijo de puta? Con el guacho este vivo. Vamos, no tenemos tiempo. ¡Viejo de mierda, espérame!
You are the Jedi I've heard reports of, and I am Azkul, leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine.
¿Qué quieres de mí?
Straight to the point. I like that. I will be equally direct. I am planning to take Kunda, and you're going to help me.
¿Por qué iba a ayudarte? Sigue. ¿Qué hay para mí? Pero ¿por qué atacar Kunda? Nunca te ayudaría.
According to my reports, I have 4 times as many soldiers as the militia, and I'm committed to taking Kunda. It is inevitable that I will succeed. If you wish to avoid my men eradicating the people of Dantooine, you will make it easier for me to take Kunda. Of course, I will pay well for your services.
No me interesa.
You'd better reconsider. I can't have a Jedi interfering with my plans. There is a considerable bounty on your kind that I will collect on unless you're working for me.
No puedo prometer que fructifiquen tus planes. ¡Muere, escoria mercenaria!
Men, I trust you can handle this Jedi.
No te voy a llevar ni pedo, hijo de puta. Loco, ¿qué querías que haga? ¿Que ataque el Kunda, hijo de puta? Pero chupame la pija, boludo. What? Minas. Ah, están preparando la defensa. Listo. No las activen. Cierto que Mira no puede activar las minas. Sí, what the fuck. Uy, se teletransportó. Iba a decir un estabato, nada que ver. Iba a preguntarle. Yo mi primer let's play, bueno, mi primera jugada, digo, de esto, lo desactivé todo como un pelotudo. No sabía que era para defensa, loco. Brook.
I see you have found the elusive Master Brook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. I thank you for finding him, though. Rook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack to annihilate Kunda itself. I must ask for your aid again, Jedi. Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them.
¿Quién sabe lo del ataque? ¿Qué puedo hacer para ayudar? ¿Puedes darme algo para que ayude?
Right now, just us and the militia. I don't want to create a needless panic. But be assured.
Otro Bruce se caga de risa. Y ahora está enojado. ¿Qué onda?
Though if we lose this battle, nowhere and on
Se reía y después se calentaba. ¿Qué puedo hacer para ayudar?
Our militia is effective at peacekeeping, but isn't prepared for a full-scale battle. That won't be helpful. Besides that,
Está
look
esquizofrénico,
around
¿viste?
Kunda and see what you can do
¿Por
to
qué le está
strengthen
hablando?
our defenses. I know that we don't have the perimeter turrets online, and that alone could make a significant difference. Zeron says there is a considerable chance they will breach Kunda itself. Anything you can do to slow them down could turn the tide of battle. I have instructed the militia and other Kunda personnel that you are to be provided with anything that can be spared. Unfortunately, that isn't much. Our militia is Here is a MasterCard key that will open all of the security doors inside Kunda. Anything that might aid you in your task, please use. Soon, all the civilians will be evacuated. So if you have any business with them, I suggest you take care of it. Whenever you are ready to finalize the defenses, talk with Zeron.
Bien. La administradora está desesperada por obtener tu ayuda contra el ataque de los mercenarios. Te agradecerá cualquier cosa que pueda hacer por Kunda.
You heard what the administrator said. Each of us has to do what they can to aid in the defense of Kunda. See where you can lend a hand. We'll have time to talk more when this is all over.
Okay.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess my ego clouded my judgment as to what's best for Kunda.
Zeron cerró la puerta y se fue a la mierda. Ah, estás acá, que pelotudo.
I was right about you. You are trouble, but you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to finalize the defense plans?
¿Tienes alguna idea de qué puedo hacer para ayudar?
We could use people handy with a blaster. Getting people to join the militia for a short stint would be good. We also got a lot of things that could use fixing. It isn't glamorous, but that type of work sometimes makes a load of difference. Just look around. Plenty to be done.
¿Qué hay que arreglar?
Off the top of my head, the 3 turrets outside Kunda are on the blink. They went haywire the other day and wounded some of my men, so we took them offline. The men who were wounded by the turrets are holed up in the med lab, but our medic droid is busted, so they're healing slowly. I've had some men lay traps around Kunda, but nobody here really specializes in demolitions. I'm sure there's some gaps that could be filled. The side security door to Kunda has been malfunctioning as long as I've been here. It may be best to just seal it off lockdown so nobody gets through. We got some broken assault droids that have been collecting dust for the last 5 years. If they were working, it would help a lot with interior defense. If I had it my way, I'd recruit any citizen of Kunda that can hold a blaster. But it's hard to convince peaceful farmers to fight, maybe die for a cause.
¿Cuánto tiempo tenemos?
I don't know for certain. It could be a day or even a week. Depends on how good Azkul is at organizing his men. I'm guessing not so good.
¿Qué hay que hacer para preparar las torretas?
Inspecting the perimeter, talking to the troops and coming up with a battle plan. I've fought in a war or two, but I'm no general. In my experience, people like you are better at strategy. You want a hand in making the plan, you got it.
Vamos a preparar los planes de combate.
You sure? Once we're done with that, there may not be any time left before the mercenaries attack.
Ah, no, pero tú.
That's fine.
Estuve ahí nomás de decir, vamos a empezar con el combate. Estuve ahí nomás de darle a atacar, soy un boludo. ¿Te imaginas que le haya dado? A ver. Tiene un montonazo. Kunda, reclutamiento. Cerro te contó que la milicia es demasiado escasa para defender el destacamento del eminente ataque de los mercenarios. Cerro quiere reclutar a la gente para defender el destacamento. Droides. Cerro mencionó que muchos de los droides del destacamento están en mal estado. A Cerro le preocupa que la puerta de seguridad auxiliar puede ser atravesada fácilmente por los mercenarios. Cerro sugirió colocar más trampas fuera del destacamento de Kunda para ayudar en la defensa contra el ataque mercenario. Conozca las trampas cerca de las otras en los lados este y oeste de Kunda. Cerro te contó que varios de sus milicianos fueron heridos por una torreta de artillería averiada. Los soldados heridos están en el laboratorio médico del destacamento de Kunda. Cerro te contó que las torretas de artillería del exterior del destacamento de Kunda están en mal estado. Bien, vamos a dejar la parte acá. Espero que les haya gustado este video. Suscríbanse si les gustó, déjenle comenten, activen la campanita de notificaciones que me gusta mucho para crecer. Sí. Nos vemos hasta la próxima, señores. Chao.